Hey Glammies, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a super easy fall makeup look using basically almost all drugstore products. So if you want to see the look that I have in store, please keep watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe down below and make sure you like this video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade, I think it's neutral brown or natural brown. I've been loving this eye pencil lately. It's been, my go-to. And I'm just going to feather that through my brows. I'm going to start at the bottom of my brow and do hair-like strokes going up into the hairs. I'm going to focus a lot of this on the tail of my brow because the brow hairs at my tail are very sparse. And I'm just going to draw a couple hair-like strokes, and then I'm going to brush it out, because by brushing it out with the spoolie, I'm dispersing the product. And I'm basically doing this, going to do the exact same thing on the other side and create, on this side I have to create more of an arch because my brows don't have as great of an arch on my right side. So I'm just keep looking in the camera to see if I like the arch. Because brows, I think Jaclyn Hill said brows are sisters, they're not twins. And I just want my brows to look somewhat presentable. Okay, so I sped through my eyebrows. So now I'm going to go in with two NYX primers. First one is my NYX Pore Filler that I've been using. And I found in my makeup collection the NYX No Filter Sans Filter. This helps to blur out any imperfections. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to apply my primer. And just in my T-zone. If you hear any banging, that's my son. I have him sitting behind the camera, hanging out with mommy. Cool. So now I'm going to go in my NYX Pore Filler. I'm going to put this all over my face. I want to use the pore filling primer in my T-zone again to fill the pores, and this one to help blur. And this one's really nice. You can actually use this. This is a really good, I like this primer for if I just really want no makeup at all, but I want to help to even out my skin because I do have some redness. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics brush and I'm just going to make sure that primer is all buffed into the skin. I also did not set my brows yet. I'm going to do that at the end. So I just got in the mail yesterday, but I didn't get it till today, the new Colourpop No Filter Foundation Sticks. I bought these. I bought the shade Light 55C, so Light 55 Cool, and then I bought the shade Light 67N. I swatched these on my skin before I came onto camera, and I think the neutral will be the best fit for me, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with this stick. This is, you know what? I'm actually going to look up the benefits of this foundation. I really like it because I've never used a stick foundation, and I mean it was $10. You can't beat $10. So that's why I bought two. So when my phone loads, I'm gonna go ahead, and I don't know how much to apply, so I'm just gonna kind of see, it's like a perfect, the neutral tone is like a perfect match. I'm just gonna kind of draw tiger stripes. Like so. And I'm going to take that IT Cosmetics brush, I'm just going to buff it into the skin. This has been my go-to way to apply foundation lately, is using a brush, so I'm just going to do that. Ooh, I like the finish of this foundation. So far the coverage is it's like a medium coverage. It's covering up the redness on my cheeks. This is a really good color match for my skin too. I would say this has a natural finish. It doesn't look cakey on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin, which I'm really happy about, because that's one reason why I haven't used stick foundations, is I know that they can sometimes tend to feel heavy on the skin, and I love a good full coverage, cake, but I don't like feeling that I have foundation on my skin. So I'm just going to I really like this coverage. This would be a really good foundation. I also bought a stick foundation because, you know, with being a new mom, I need makeup that's really like quick and on the go. And I feel having a stick foundation allows that. I'm also brushing up the, I'm gonna just stipple. I wanna apply just a little bit more on my cheeks to cover, and the top of my nose to cover my redness. And a little bit more above my eyebrow. Yeah, I'm really I'm hoping that this foundation works really well. If you have, I'm noticing I do have a dry patch on the side of my nose. It's not collecting on the dry patch, so it's not hugging to any dry parts of my face. I also have a breakout right here, and it's covering my breakout pretty well. So far, so good. I'm gonna go in with the other end of my brush just to help clean up around my eyebrows. Yeah, it covered up the redness on my cheeks really nicely. I'm really liking this coverage a whole lot. A whole stinking lot. You know, I saw the hype for this foundation. I didn't watch any reviews on it because I didn't want to be swayed in any way, you know. Sometimes seeing a review firsthand can sway you. What the heck? Colourpop. Here we go. Now my phone is loading the website. Okay, let's go ahead and see what it says. I'm also going to make sure I bring it up here into my hairline. All right, let's look up the no filter foundation. Here we go. All right. Ooh, it has a nice shade range. I like it. All right, so it says swipe, blend, and go with the no filter stick. It conceals, corrects, and perfects, which I will say it does conceal, and it does make my skin look nice and even. So you could say it perfects, and it is correcting, you know, my redness for a flawless complexion in seconds. It's medium buildable coverage. Yeah, like I said, it is like a more medium coverage because I did have to go in on my cheeks. Instantly blurs pores, covers blemishes, and blends effortlessly for a natural skin-like finish. Never cakey or drying, the stick glides on for the easiest application. Perfectly portable, take it on the go for mess-free touch-ups anywhere. Bless you, Bubba's. I would have to agree. I think it's, oh yeah. It looks real nice. I like it. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to go with my Maybelline Fit Me. I'm in the shade Light 1. How about hair? See? Homeboy even says he likes it. You like Mommy's foundation? Does it look cakey or no? No. And I'm just applying my concealer under my eye, on the chin, down the bridge of my nose, and a little bit more coverage up here. Can't even see. I have to dip back in. I'm almost out of this concealer on my forehead. And you know what? All right. So I'm gonna go back with the It Cosmetics brush. I'm just gonna buff that foundation into the skin. The only products that are not drugstore that I'm using today is my setting powder because I ran out of my e.l.f. setting powder and my setting spray. Everything else is a drugstore. I'm gonna conceal that under eye. For today, since I don't have a whole lot to do today, actually nothing. I'm just gonna be hanging out here at home with me and my son. My mom's here today. My husband is sleeping because he has work tonight. He had work last night, he has work tonight. Oh yes, I like this coverage with this concealer. I think I found a new go-to foundation, everybody. Give it a little wear and try out today. Cool, concealer's all blended in. Now, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and a Real Technique setting brush. I'm just going to set my under eye. Bring that down. My mom asked me if I got her text. She knows it's up when I film. It's like, I'm filming. So we took my son to the pumpkin patch. So like life update. My husband and I took my son to the took our son, not my son, our son, to the pumpkin patch for the first time. It was the best. Seriously, like I've always liked the pumpkin patch. I'm taking whatever's left from my brush and put it on my face. I've always liked the pumpkin patch, but going with like your own children for the first time, it was so special. And you know, it's memories that, you know, the three of us are making, and it was just the best. And then we went to, my mom and I took him to the pumpkin patch, to a different pumpkin patch where we lived yesterday, and that was super fun, and my son just loved it and enjoyed it. Got to see animals. He got to see horses and pigs and goats, and he got to see a duck and a donkey for the first time, and he was just taking it all in. I had him in like, I wear him, so I had him in like my mama, you know, baby wear carrier, and he just loved it. Now, I'm gonna go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm gonna highlight, and I'm gonna do my blush. I'm actually going to speed through this because you guys have seen me do this a whole bunch of times, and then I will be right back. Oh, I'm also gonna do my mascara and speed through that as well. And yeah, and then I'll be back to go and do my lips. All right, see you in a second. All right, now I'm gonna bronze. I'm gonna go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's like one of my favorite bronzers of all time, on a Jabanesque fluffy brush. And I'm going to go ahead and just bronze up the outer perimeter of my face, kind of like my contour area, and bring it up on the temples and around my hairline. Gotta put bronzer on that lower jaw because, you know, your girl's still trying to lose some baby weight. Next, I'm going in with the Catrice Sun Bronzer. This bronzer has a little bit of like a sheen to it. And so I almost applied it as like a highlighter on top of my bronzer. I'm going back in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and the Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm going to do a very, very slight contour on my cheekbones as well as on my nose, and I'm contouring my nose out a little bit to help bring warmth back to the middle of my face. I went in with that Jabanesque brush just to kind of blend out all of the edges. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Master Chrome Highlight in Molten Gold. And this highlight brush I got in an Ipsy Glam Bag. I have no idea who it's from, but it's literally one of my favorites. And I'm going to just highlight the high points of my face. That highlight is just beautiful. Now I'm going to really focus that highlight on the tops of my cheekbones, as well as on the bridge of my nose, because I want to look nice and glowy, and I think gold highlight for fall is just beautiful. Now I'm going in with the Morphe M441 and back in with that butter bronzer, and that's the only eyeshadow I'm doing today. I'm just putting that bronzer in the crease of my eye to help, almost to like contour out my eye, just to help bring some depth. I'm also taking that bronzer shade and applying that to my lower lash line. Now I'm going in with the Essence Satin Blush in the shade Satin Love. This is such a beautiful, like pink mauve tone blush. Oh my gosh, it's just so natural looking and so beautiful, and it really complements the gold highlight. Now I'm going with the NYX Wonder. This is the Wonder Pencil, and I'm applying that to my inner waterline because I want to make my eyes look more awake. I want to make my eyes look more bright, and by applying a skin tone or a white eyeliner, you're going to achieve that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to set my face, you know, do the little bird flap to help dry my face. Now I'm going with the Ulta Beauty Clear Brow Gel. I'm just going to simply set my eyebrows into place. I had to do this before I forgot because I did not set my brows before I did my foundation. Reason being, you don't want your foundation to get all, you know, caked up in your brows if you happen to get any foundation in your brows. I'm going with my Anastasia brow brush and brushing out any harsh like clumps of brow hair. Now I went back in with that Molten Gold highlight, and I'm applying that to my inner tear duct as well as to my brow bone. And then I'm just gonna go back in and I'm gonna brush out my brow hairs. Now I'm going in with my Shiseido eyelash curler. I'm gonna give my eyelashes a really good curl. I have long eyelash, like my natural lashes are longer, and they tend to stick just straight out. They don't bend down, so I have to give them a really good curl. I counted to 10 seconds on both sides. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara in the black. And I'm just going to give a nice coating on my eyelashes. I did 2 coats on my upper lashes, and then I did a one really good coat on my bottom lashes. I have very long bottom lashes, so I have to be careful not to apply too much product, or else it's going to get all on my lower lash line, and that's just not cute, and ain't nobody got time to go back in and reconceal my under eye, because, you know, this is my makeup for when I am on the go. Okay, so I talked about this lip liner in my September Loves, Duds, and Maybes. This is the Maybelline New York Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade 160 Rich Wine. I love this color. It's so pretty. I think with my gold highlight and the really like rich, deep lip color and like my super neutral eye, I mean, I only put bronzer and then like a highlighting eyeliner, mascara, that's it. It's gonna look so pretty. So I'm actually gonna also use this as my lipstick. I'm just gonna line my lips and then fill them in and be done. So. I'm just gonna, like, do you see this color? Beautiful. It's mine. Like, it's beautiful. Oh, I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna speed through this and then I will finish up the video in just a second. Now I'm gonna go in like I did in the last clip, and I'm using my Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade 160 Rich Wine. This lip liner is so pigmented, it's so beautiful, but I ran into the issue of that my lips were chapped and I didn't apply a chapstick or like a lip balm before I started to film. So the color was really getting like almost stuck onto the more chapped areas of my lips. So you're gonna see me applying the product and then moving the product around with my finger to really help disperse it. I'm also patting it in to kind of act as like a lip stain. Now I'm going in and I'm just making sure that the edges around my cupid's bow and the bottom of my lip are nice and clean, because this is what I'm using today for my lipstick. And you know, your girl's feeling herself. All right, so this is a completed look with the lip and the new Colourpop No Filter Foundation Stick. I'm definitely going to be using this again. I really enjoyed it. The coverage is just so nice. It's like I said, medium coverage, you know, and it's just very natural finish. So yeah, like always, you know, thanks for coming by my channel. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya.